guys, this is Crap Hunter, and welcome back to World of Tanks. Woo! I am in a premium garage. I'm quite happy with that. I finally got some money in, and so I'm like, yep, I'm gonna get some premium because it's worth it. And today we'll be looking at the Churchill 1. This is the British Tier 5 heavy tank, the first British heavy tank you get in World of Tanks, and a little bit of a history side part. This was also one of the designs that was suggested by, oh god, World War II knowledge flooding out of me right now. Completely gone. It was designed by a company which was about arguing the case in point that tanks should fight to support the infantry, because unfortunately with English tanks, or with the British tech tree, you'll notice that there are varying designs of tanks. Varying designs, because I mean, lots of tanks, very different styles, all of which are very small, inadequate, not really well prepared for this kind of warfare kind of tank. Okay, I'll be blunt with you. I absolutely love England. I'm British myself. I'm quite happy to be. I'm proud to be British, and I'm, great. And I love the Spitfire. God bless the person who came up with the Lee Enfield. We dominated half the world, but good God, did we come up with some really shitty tanks? I mean, seriously. They believed that at some point during the war, actually no, they believed that the tanks like this, which only had a 6-pounder gun, was like totally adequate to defend against German tanks. Yeah, I can see what they're talking about. I mean, totally, a 6-pounder versus that. It's going to do so much damage. Jeez, I better hide this damn thing, God forbid if we ever bump into a Churchill with a 6-pounder gun. I hope to God we never do. Anyway. So, yeah, British tank designs wasn't very good. I mean, in this tech tree, I will say, barring perhaps the AT line, it's a very trying tech tree for me. I mean, this is just my opinion, but I find that some of the tanks in this tech tree are very difficult to work with at points. The cruiser line isn't so bad, but the heavies, oh, not so fun. Not so fun at all. But, that's my own personal opinion. I reckon some of you guys out there probably love this kind of stuff. But anyway, on to the status. So, 700 hit points for the Churchill. That's very good. In comparison to the KV-1, which only has 640, and its American counterpart, which is only 600. I don't have the tank regretfully myself, so I won't be able to tell you how much hit points it would have if it had the upgraded turret, but that's very good. That puts you up to the top point. Weighs 40 tons without any kind of equipment on. It's very heavy. It's not a very light tank. Not at all. And unfortunately, you will lag. You will lag in speed. And you would definitely lag in speed. Yeah. It's only 350 horsepower, which is regretful. Unfortunately, also, that means you will be very slow. Very slow indeed. 25. If you were in a Valentine hoping that this thing would be faster, just put those prayers away right now, because you are not going fast in this thing. 25 on traverse, 22, there we go, on traverse speed, so this thing will not turn on a dime. Loads of slow things. But, on a more positive note, you are given 177 on the frontal armour. That is quite thick. 63 at the sides, 50 at the rear. Unfortunately, though, it's flat. And the turret, unfortunately, isn't well armoured either. 88 at the front, 88 at the sides, 76 to the rear. And once again, it's flat. So you don't have many opportunities to angle your armour. There is a few other perks, though. Your view range is at 350 in comparison to the Russian counterpart, which is 310. And our American counterpart, which is only 320. So it's got an advantage there. And of course, the signal range, I've got quite a good radio, 550, in comparison to the Russians, which is only 440. The American counterpart only can go up to 480. That's not very good, is it? I mean, that, well, for them at least. For us, it's very good. Very good radio range. The turret reverse speed as well is another good perk because it allows you to it's the only fast thing on this tank. I mean, with this tank's speed, I would highly recommend you grab a picnic bag, shove it in the back into that, and get like a fake table or get a table or something, because whenever you go to an open map, you want to set that up on the back of this thing and have tea and crumpets whilst you're waiting to get to your destination, because it will take you so much time. Really will. Ugh, it's not very good, but you know, this is the Churchill. It's a heavy tank. It's an early model, so fingers crossed fingers crossed when we hit the Churchill Mark 7 we'll have extra speed. Well, anyway, let's talk about the gun, shall we? So this is the top tier gun you get, which is the 75 Vickers High Velocity. It's got 12.5 just like 12.5 rounds per minute, and standard shell damage. What do they talk about? Damage DPM. Trying to find DPM. So I can't find it, I'm afraid. So that's pretty good. 145 penetration. Very good for that. And 135 damage. Accuracy, not bad. Aiming time is the only bad side about this gun, but apart from that, this gun's very good. Now I will warn you for two reasons. First of all, if you can get this gun at tier 5, great, because it's also the top gun at the Cromwell. Yeah, I may have mentioned that in previous episodes, to my frustration, but yeah, the Churchill gets the top Cromwell gun beforehand. So it's kind of handy that if you go this way. Definitely, definitely. However, there is one major downside to this tank. Well, not in the sense of its tank designs or anything, but in the sense of grinding. Because no doubt you'll have noticed this is the first gun you get. Before you can get the 6-pounder, the Mark V, the Mark V 75mm, you've got to have this. The gun you had on the Valentine and the gun that you got on the gun you had on the Valentine, a tier 4 tank, good God, it's terrible. At tier 5, you're facing up against KV-1's Tiger, well, okay, not Tigers, Panzer IVs, T1 heavies, all that kind of stuff. With that, it's absolutely god awful, and the turret you get given with it is horrid. It's worse armor at the front. Oh, never mind, I'll shut up. It's very bad armor. It is. Okay, I'll shut up about the turret. No, but the turret itself, although it's adequate to defend itself against, it can't mount any of these guns. So it's very, very poor on that in that sense. It's drag, mega drag, and you will honestly feel like there isn't many advantages. And what's worse is you got to grind through the treads, because you can't. At the first part, you only get 39 load limit. So any improvements, you can't even upgrade the engine upon because it weighs too much. It's just, it's so horrid. It's just, oh, it's horrible. Felt like forever grinding through this damn thing. Oh, it's terrible. But, you know, fingers crossed, if you guys ever have to go through it, you'll have luck or some kind of free experience, because it's not very fun to be in this tank and grind. So, with that said, let's look at the equipment I would recommend you'd get. First of all, obviously, ventilation. Always important, makes your tank perform a little better. And a medium tank gun rammer, obviously, because of that. The third one, your choice. Some of you may find that an enhanced gun laying drive would be a good choice, or coated optics, or even a binocular telescope. These three things definitely I would recommend, but as always, it's your choice. Now, my overall summary of this tank. It's good. It's not bad. It's not like the greatest tank. It doesn't have any distinct advantages on this thing, but it's not bad. It's not like terrible bad, but it's not a tank which really defines itself. It's not a tank which everyone thinks, ah, crap, it's a Churchill. You know, not like when you go around, say, in a Petzer and you spot one of these coming along towards you with an U11 on its turret. You're like, you think, ah, shit, it's a, you know, it's a KV-1. Whereas with the Churchill, it's like, ah, okay, this is a Churchill. We can take it on. You know, it doesn't really have that presence. It doesn't really inspire fear. It's more of a, hey guys, I'm a Churchill. Poosh! And it has power, and it can duke it out, and it's definitely a slugger tank, but just, it doesn't really do the big slugging league. It's not one of those tanks which you would see charging into the fray. Not that you could. If it was charging pensioners into the fray, good. That will be charging into the fray for it. But apart from that, unfortunately, the Churchill doesn't really live up to its into the person's name, because Churchill in real life was a lot faster than this Churchill, and probably had a lot better weaponry than this one. So yeah, this isn't a bad tank by any means, but it's not a tank I would say is a very good one. So, with this all said, I will see you guys in the battlefield. And we're back. So, here we are on the front, and I'm quite badly tiered, unfortunately. But we can do something about this. Unfortunately, we probably will end up... yeah, yeah, agreed. Yeah, this... So as you can see, the turning speed of this thing makes it so that it doesn't have a major... Okay, I keep saying I keep highlighting the bad things. I'm not trying to have a major go at this tank. It's not like I've got something against it. It's just, Lehman Ross. It's just, it's not one of those tanks which possesses many advantages. Oh my god, it's a Panther. Hopefully when we get into town, we'll be able to take take advantage. There we go. That's what I was trying to find. Take advantage of the kind of cover we can get if this thing can get across the train tracks in time and not be shot at. Oop! I spoke too soon. Okay, try and see if we can take a shot at him. Fire! And it missed. What a surprise! And our ELC AMX friend is doing the craziest thing ever, but I suppose he's just trying to find their artillery. Come on, Mr. Oh, come on, Mr. ELC. There is artillery. Yar! It be there. Nope, too late. He got killed. Ooh, wow, 2 hit points. It's tempting. It's very tempting. It's one of those tanks which everyone gets greedy over. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be too surprised if we get greedy. Right. Are they going to smash? Not really good. Not a clever place to be for me to be honest. Tier 5 versus... Oh, hello. Is that the Churchill? Oh, no, it's a KV-1. Nope, I've just exposed myself for no reason. Hello, we've got an ELC coming along. Right, take cover, and shoot there. No. Right, let's block his access off. You see, hopefully we can catch this guy, but I have not much hope. Block, 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 block. Oh, there he goes. Bang! There's a kill for us. And we've already lost nearly half of our team because everyone's flanking to the right when everyone should really be paying attention to the left because, shock and horror, that's where the objective is. So, I've got 1 tier 5 and no backup. Oh no, don't tell me we've got an AFKer. Oh, we do. That or we've got a player who doesn't do anything to the last possible moment, and then when the match is about 3/4 of the way done, they suddenly spring into life. Not a very good kind of player that would be. Oh, hello. Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Oh, never mind. Well, that's taken out one major threat. KV-2 is on the right-hand side of... Ooh, that was lucky. Okay, Hellcat coming into position. Bang! Yeah, I'm going to have to move now because he's undoubtedly going to... Back up. Oh, snap! Who shot at me there? I'm dead. Who the hell and how the hell? I'm down. Darn. Well, to be honest, this Churchill acts pretty much the same. How, right, now I know how I died. Right, VK, of course. No, like I said though, this Churchill acts just the same as a KV-1. You know, in a tier 5 match, it's got good competition, but it won't, you know, it will do a good job in tier 5 matches, but in tier 6 matches, that's where it starts to falter completely. It's the same with the KV-1 and the Lehman Russ, you know. So it's no big surprise that I really died there, but unfortunately, you get those days where you just put into high tier matches. It sucks majorly, but unfortunately that's how it is. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll wait until that match is over before I start recording again, so see you then. And we're back. In the last match we won, which was quite nice. So my sacrifice was worth something. Huzzah! Unfortunately we have been tiered not so badly this time, but this is still a tier 6 match. And we've got KV2s versus American Shermans and VKs. I mean, I'm confident about the VK, just not so confident about the Type 58 and the American Sherman. Either way. So, on to the battlefield. So like I said, with open area battlefields, now you have to really start planning where you're going to go. Because once you've made a commitment, you've got to commit to it. You've got to just completely forget about all of the enemy. Oh, ELC making a move. No longer. Oh, snap. That must have drained his confidence a little bit. And he won't be so cocky now. Oh, the ELC's making a move again, but of course them being thin little buggers, they won't be able to make a push. Okay, so the ELCs are literally scanning around, so they're to give their artillery a good target. There's their KV-2, not so looking good, but well. Oh, it's only 10 hit points up from the other tank. I bloody dare you, go on. Okay, we've knocked out one of their ELCs, which is quite nice, but they've still got one more to go. Hear that their KV-1S is on the other side as well. We have a grill, they have a grill. Come on, Mr. Leopard. Yes, get him, Mr. Leopard. You know, I hear a lot of talk about the Leopard being a crap tank, and to be honest, I understand where people are coming from, but in a sense of scouting versus and that versus light tanks, it's not so bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd take the ELC any day over that. And we got ourselves an AFKer. Great. I love how... oh, snap. So as you can see there, rapid reaction moment. Can't quite get a shot in, but get it. And can I get another shot in? Very clever. Not. Bang! There's a kill. So here they come, pushing over the line. They know they've got no one around them. My gun depression doesn't work for me. But can we do something about that tank? Because no, we can't. Back up, back up, back up. So we've got KV-1S, hopefully, nope, it's not got a decent gun. It's got the U11 though. Just going to highlight that for us on our map. Like, yo, guys, check it out. All heavy tanks over here. Shock. And our teammates are cowards. Brave. Oh, hello. Anyway, I'm going to try and... oh, shit. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Forwards, backwards. Too late. So now I've got to pray to the high gods that I don't get killed before this. One shot. One more shot and I should be okay. Don't do any... don't miss, don't miss. Bang! Ooh, that was close. That was very close. I see another tank coming up. Okay, he's gone. KV-1. Still quite a potential fear, but can't quite see me. I'm not going to advance to him, and I'm certainly not going to advance against that KV-2, though his turret is facing the other way. But his other tank friend will be watching, and my gun depression is kind of crap. Ah, good, some backup, finally. I was wondering where you were going to be. Damn it, gun depression is just too crap. I've got to back up. Okay, so our KV-2 friend is now probably eyeing up that. Yep, he is. Ooh. Ouch. That's quite a nasty tank shot he just made. Now obviously my tank cannot for the life of me outmaneuver the KV-2. So the one hope is that we can try and find this guy, pop a shell in him, and then take cover. Oh shit, he's aiming. He's reloaded and he's aiming. I am not going to get in the way of that shell. Clever bugger. We are winning this game, thank God. But pray to the high heavens I'm not going to get shot because of this. Right, so he should be spotted by now. We're keeping him eyeing up. I'm just going to mark him on the map. Because artillery! You know, this big guy here with a massive gun, totally don't... Finally, I was like, oh yeah, it's him. Right. Okay, please don't look at me. Oh shit, he's looking at me. Back up! Go for someone else. Be nice. Right, he's fine. Nope, didn't think I would. But we have got another tank. It is the Jagdpanzer IV. That's quite nice, 2 kills. Quite happy with that. Shock. We're still going to cap, but let's face it, that's not likely to happen, not in this kind of game. Yep, game over. So you see, you can be useful with this thing. And I've had a fair amount of games now in this. I'll be honest with you, a fair of them also were in... that's pretty good. A fair amount of them were in this tank when I had the lower quality gun. And this tank... I think this is a very good average heavy tank. I suppose in a sense, to a new World of Tanks player, this is the best kind of introduction to a heavy tank that you're going to get. Especially since now you'll be facing tier 6 games. And with this gun, it's a very good gun for what it's worth. It's just a shame that it's also the top gun of the Cromwell, but let's face it, can't complain. So, with all that said, my overall summary, proper overall summary this time, is it's not a bad tank. It's not really fitting of my style, but it's a good tank to start with if you're introducing yourself to heavies. So, yeah, I recommend this tank to anyone who wants to start learning how to be a heavy. Of course, I thoroughly recommend you get this tank because, let's face it, Deutschland forever, but if you can't really be bothered or you're not too particularly fussed about British tanks, this'll do you just fine. So, with all that said, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoy the 2-parter to this thing, first of all with the description and of course with the gameplay. I am doing this on a rookie side. I'm not a professional at this. I'm not like a Jingles person. I wish I was, but whatever. But if you guys like this kind of content, let me know in ratings, like comments, likes, subscriptions is the ultimate like. This is all very helpful. If you have any criticisms or anything like that, do let me know in the comments. Not just typing "you shit," because although thank you for the feedback, I don't know why I'm shit, and I won't be able to change that if you say that. So it's much easier if you say, good point here, but you either ramble on too much, your opinion is too biased because you mock certain tanks, or you go on too much about what stats there are, you know. I will put a link in the description about where the action begins for you guys who wants to watch the blood, guts and gore. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. This is Crap Hunter signing out.